wassail. So as I step away, the beautiful sky should come into view. So I'm here doing today's video about the lunar eclipse on intentions. You have to set intentions with this lunar eclipse to release emotions and set those intentions for what you'd like to see happen for you by the time of the solar eclipse in June on the 21st. Now, there's a few things to think about before we talk about fully these intentions. This year has 13 full moons. When that solar eclipse turns up, the full moon is the new moon, that causes the eclipse. The new moon is in Cancer in June. It's also in June a month late. It's also in Cancer a month later after the eclipse. So there's 2 new moons in Cancer this year, and that's quite special. And it means that this moon now that we're dealing with, this full moon in Cancer, is linked to the solar eclipse, and that's why you have to set your intentions during this coming 6 months. So it's about belief. In order to believe, you have to purify your thoughts. You have to cut out, remove, slice away, deal with lots of the things that have been causing you emotional problems or things that you find challenging. So I've been on this journey, and this journey has been going on for 2-3 years, and it's been difficult. It's about having your head mashed, then further mashing your own emotions as you try and pick up from all the rubble that you have strewn around you, the pieces that you need to take with you for the rest of your life moving forwards. So why am I here? This is such a beautiful beach. This is my other special beach that I like to come to, and the reason is, in front of me, as I can see right now, is the house that I intend to live in by the solar eclipse. So by June I'm living here, and I've been trying to manifest this for a year, and it's been causing me grief. Now, it couldn't happen for lots of reasons. I wasn't purified enough. I haven't done the releases, the cleaning up of my entire being to allow me to fit through the gateway portal. What's the gateway portal? Well, it's like everything you've done in your life verges towards a divine moment in time where there is a gateway. And I was calling it like the eye of the needle, but do you know, it isn't. It's a massive, giant, enormous gateway. Now, problem with this gateway is you have to be of a particular frequency. So if you're carrying old stuff with you, you're not going to fit into the gateway portal, okay? It's very odd. I think there's a van about to go past, and I will come back to the gateway portal, but I've been having lots of synchronicities today and realizations and metaphors that involve cars. It's turned off. I'm so glad. So you really do have to look everywhere you are to see the messages that your angelic team, your spirit team, your ascended masters, your cosmic ancestors, they're trying to give you messages, and they come in lots of forms. So today, coming to this house, the house has a particular number that relates to the year of my brother's birth, and he died a long time ago. But I had a dream with him coming the other day, and he said, here are the keys. Here's the keys to the house. That gives me great sense of, if I intend it, he said you can't use them yet, but here they are. You can have them, but you can't use them yet. So the house has a number. On the way here, a car pulled out very quickly in front of me, and I kind of, for a moment, I was a bit annoyed because I had to pull my brakes on quickly to slow down to not hit the car. But for a change, I didn't bid my horn to tell them, because I do think a bad driver needs telling they're a bad driver. So then I noticed that the car had that very same number in it. So here comes the van. So it had turned off, but now it's returning. So obviously I am meant to give you the sense of the car metaphors, the vehicle metaphors, because they all matter. So I'll just pause for a second while this goes by. There we go, and it's a van collecting rubbish. So it's a further metaphor for what I'm talking about. All that strewn shit that you have lying around you that you need to let go of it. It's got to go. So gateways, intentions. You have to, in order to get through these gateways, you have to acknowledge that you've got to change your frequency entirely. You've got to shed layers of frequency that no longer belong to you. Now, we're being given a perfect time to do this. It's almost like a free ride to let go of some of this karmic trauma, but it's not. It's not easy. You've got to still deal with things, but it's the cosmos is lining everything up to allow you to do this. These emotional planets that are pouring in are giving us a free ride during this 6 months because they want us to do this. You still have to do some work, but you are allowed to be karma free. They want us to pass through the gateways because the more of us that can pass through into the new frequencies, then the more of us that can help others pass on and move through. So, these big gates of Ishtar, as I keep calling them, because that beautiful reproduction of it in the Berlin Museum, which I'm going to go and see, another intention, see, don't hope no, don't hope no, don't hope no. So, these gates of Ishtar, they are frequencies, and you will pass through them if you meet the requirements. Now, to meet the requirements, you have to remove patterns and habits. All the things that you built up that define you have to go. You can't, you will not be allowed to take in old patterns at all. I have had to break every single pattern I've ever created that feels like it's me. I've had to break every single comfort. I've had to remove everything to the point of feeling lost and rejected even by the spiritual journey, because that's how you find new direction, new intention, you set new beginnings. You know, and this began when I was first traveling. I love coffee, and I wanted coffee like I bought in London or coffee like I made at home. Then stay at home, don't go anywhere. Accept whatever comes and enjoy it. Don't create a stressed pattern for yourself by doing that sort of thing. Hello, doggy. Hello. 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 I think you've got to go that way. So don't allow, you see, that was an interruption. It's another moment where you go with the flow. So there's a lovely little dog turned up, and that's beautiful. And actually, it's another moment, another part of the metaphor. It's like Spirit is reminding me of all the things I need to cover. Sod the coffee for the moment. When you reach your gateways of Ishtar, they have a gatekeeper. The gatekeeper to every single gateway that you all have, your individual gateways, will be a spirit animal guide. And do you know what? The spirit animal guide is not going to let you in if you're munching on them. I'm really sorry. I don't ever preach. You have free will to eat animals. But if you want to move on in your spiritual journey, you have to be plant-based. I'm not going to say vegan because I think it's got too many political connotations, but you have to go plant-based. And I am being told to just say that the rise in plant-based eating is part of this consciousness shift, but there are a lot of people who are plant-based because it's a control mechanism for what they eat, and that's a danger of mental health issues that we need to also be thinking about addressing. So and I'm not the person that can address that. You know, I've been a vegan or a plant-based eater now for quite over a year, and I've been vegetarian for 3 decades. but it's never been about being slim, because I've always overeaten to comfort, which is also a mental health issue. But I'm now releasing the comfort associated with food. Food is functional, food helps you to live, and I love food, I love cooking. But you need to consider not eating animals if you really want to move forwards on a spiritual journey. Look, there's loads of people do yoga, and their first principle of yoga is don't eat meat, don't eat animals, do not consume life in that kind of form. And here comes another little dog, see, because we're talking about them. They're curious, they can see the good end. Hello, hello, come here, come and say hello.
It's strange round me.
That's all right, still curious. Oh, did you run around me? Ow, rough, rough, rough. Yes, very much so. It's all right, I'm not going to do anything. I'm a good boy.
Come on. Oh my God.
See you later.
Bye.
So that actually will be the response to you by your animal spirits when you get there, if you're still consuming them. Give up eating animals, people. I'm not going to go on about that, but it keeps coming up a lot. Yesterday, I had a notice of 666, which, you know, the number of the beast. It's the frequency code that allows you to believe it's the matrix code or whatever, this frequency that allows you to believe that eating an animal is your divine right. Well, it's a free will choice that you have, but it's wrong. It's just wrong. So going back to the yoga, there's lots of people do yoga. First principle of yoga, don't eat meat. Yeah, there is a whole industry based on us consuming animals to stay thin. Thin is not the spiritual journey. It's prana, it's breath, it's getting inside your soul and changing. And do you know what? You stink. I'm sorry, I just need to say that. Meat eaters, you smell of death. It comes out of all of your glands and your pores. You stink. Let go of it. Become a sweet person. So, this is... they've been giving me so many downloads all night and all this morning that we need to... I need to pause there, make this video, which is already a lot longer than any of the others, a little bit shorter, and just say to you, remember, this lunar eclipse on Friday is about intention setting. Set your intentions for where you want to be by the solar eclipse, okay? Do that, make it happen. You know, there's a beautiful bird now singing. He's so happy in this bush just here. Oh, chirp, 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 chirp. So, I'm just going to say there'll be another video tomorrow. Hopefully, there'll be slightly less. They've been giving me so much information last night. It will be good to have some kind of clarity. Now, remember, I don't hope to live here. I know I will live here. This space, this house, this beach is mine. And when I arrived here, I was chatting to a woman while I was setting up the camera, and she said to me, oh, you should have seen the sunset. And I said, oh, I've chosen here because... She went, are you going to move into that house? And I said, you know what? I am, yes. So anyway, enjoy your day, enjoy the run up to this lunar eclipse, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Wassail!